Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Mary. I'm the founder and teacher here at Earth and Star Spiritual Wellness Center. And today we have a very special guest. Behind the scenes, you've seen and heard a lot from Viviane, but now she joins us today on the show because she is going to be doing some live animal readings with us. It's a passion of Viviane's. So let's just say hello to everyone and we'll dive into a little bit more about Viviane and her history and what she's got going on. So, hey, Stephanie. Hey, Diane. Hey, Mark. Hello, Seascape. Hello, everyone. And everyone, this is Peter.
Hi, everyone. Well, Peter's a cutie.
Well, Viviane, tell us a little bit about what you do and what your passion is with all of this. What led you to animal communication? I feel like I've heard a lot from you personally, one-on-one, about your passion for animal communication.
Yes, I've been always passionate about animals. When I was a little girl, I used to think about, being a veterinarian. Always being, had that passion about animals. I had cats when I was, growing up. Um, I did not know about ability to communicate with animals. That was a surprise to me. When I was in my teens, I remember seeing three large orbs, and it freaked me out. I was very scared, and uh,
How old were you?
I was probably 13. Yeah, between 13 and 15. So, and I thought somebody was playing a prank on me. I was like, what's going on? And I kept looking, where is this coming from? And it was just like crazy, but it was, yeah, it was. Now looking back, I wanna see more, but that was what happened, and I always had that sense of knowing. It got me into trouble sometimes growing up, especially also as a teen, because I always had like this inner strength and this certainty about something, and I just knew and it was going to happen and whatever, and I was just seeing as, yeah, I was rebellious too, but it, I didn't know it would just had that, and I always, since I was a young girl, I knew something. I knew I had this perception, this understanding, and this knowing, and but I didn't know what was called, and in my family, I'll say my mom and my grandmother, from my mother's side, have abilities. I'll say my grandmother had mediumship abilities, and nothing that they explored, but I know that in my family there's that. And as a kid, I've been curious about healing properties of colors and chakras and angels. I always been attracted to angels, and learning more about angels. And I always loved animals. I did not become a veterinarian, and tried many different things. Went to study computers, study French, studied had many odd jobs, and couldn't figure out what would make me feel happier and fulfilled. And it got to a point that I just got like fed up, because I was really unhappy with my job and my life in general. And I just, after I went back to school and I did not get a job afterwards, I decided to take a break and dedicate my time to volunteering. So I volunteered for a no-kill animal shelter, where my animals, my cats here came from. I did a volunteer work for about 14 years in one organization, and then I joined another organization that is all about when Hurricane Katrina happened. Uh, this organization in all different states and counties started to operate, and when the Red Cross would help people, will handle the animal sheltering, and I got to help. I think it was Hurricane Irene. If I'm not mistaken, it was maybe it was a different. It was something, if not Irene, a name close to that. and I got to help, and it was really nice. Got to help of the animals in the shelter during the. Um, Too bad that we have happen when there's a disaster, but what we got to do a lot of hands-on work, and I was with this other organization for about 9 years. Yeah, so in the volunteer with the volunteer work, I obviously spent a lot of time with the of the animals, not only cats and dogs, but I got to spend time with other animals. And when I started watching, I started seeing repetitive numbers, angel numbers, constantly made me curious, and then I went on Google and started like, what is this? What does this mean? And that curiosity led me to find Kyle Gray and Dorian Virtue and other channels on YouTube, and I started watching, learning more about angels and angel numbers, and then through my feed, I started seeing Linda G and uh, Susan Lin and so many other readers, and I started watching, and I was like, okay, I saw um, Sharon Sipes, which is a wonderful moderator, and I watch her doing her thing, and then I was like, oh, this is nice because I see everybody is supportive and helping each other and following all of the other channels, and then I started kind of like doing what she was doing, following her. Steps, and then I became a moderator for many channels, maybe like almost 30 channels, and met a lot of people this way, and started learning and hearing the word Reiki, which I did not know what it was. And then I was curious about, okay, where do I go to learn this? And then I took Reiki classes, and then I learned about animal Reiki. I was like, okay, this will be great because I can also help animals. I did a workshop about related to colors. I did a workshop with Susan Lin about spirit animal, I believe it was, yeah. And Susan Lin was one of the people that told me about the ability to communicate with animals, because in one reading she gave online, there was a personal question, and she said, "Oh, She said, "You'll be good at doing animal psychic questions," and I was like, wow, I was surprised because I never heard that at all in many readings. And then I had a personal reading with her, and then I asked her, well, how come you say that to me? And I don't know how to do that. How do I do this? And then she asked me questions, and she helped me, guided me through the re- reading and call, and asked me questions. And I was like, okay, I thought to myself, okay, great, I'm going to be um, feeling like an idiot here. Like Susan Lane's asking me a question. I'm not going to know the answer. I'm going to feel like a total idiot. But I answered the questions, and she gave me validation. I was like surprised, and I didn't want to tell anybody about it. It's like, well, how do I say this to people? It's like, how do I come out? So, and Val from Dragonfly Crystals and in you mentioned to me also about that ability in readings, and I was like, oh, how come? Because I spent all this time with animals, I had no idea.
Mhm.
And I also had a class with Denise. Her website is Intuitive Denise, and I've seen her on YouTube with Kim Copeland doing animal readings too, and that was helpful. Practicing with the group. And one of my favorite readings was when I read a pony that had crossed over, and it brought me tears because he was so sweet to this little girl. He had such a sweet connection to this little girl, and it was like such an honor to be part of that exchange. Um, and I love animals because yeah, they have they give us unconditional love, and they have that beauty and innocence about them, and they're part of the angelic realm. There's just so much that we can learn from them. And so I'm a curious person, and I like to learn. So between the Akashic records and trying to learn more about colors and chakras and angels, I took classes, and I'm going to be taking more classes with John Beanie, which is another amazing person that I admire, and helped me a lot with healing. between you and Val and John. Was like, whoa, you know, I need to get all of it together. So yeah, I'm joining him on his channel every Monday, which is also a great honor to do that. And I'm like, I'm still like pinching myself. Hashtag pinch me. I told him. But I tend to, like other readers, I tend to have the imposter syndrome sometimes and question myself, question if I'm getting this right, or compare myself to others that have more experience. And I just like, I know I can do it. Sometimes it takes me longer to like tune in and get it, but you know, when I get it, and I've had great experience doing this. And I love Mark, uh, um, Spirit Whisper. There's an amazing, so he's an inspiration to me. I love the work he does, and especially all the time that he spent being a zookeeper. His story is amazing. And so yeah, this is what I've been doing. I love healing. I see how uh, much help I got through my own healing journey, and knowing that I'm able to help others and animals is wonderful, and it is my passion to help others. And I'll continue to, every day I learn more and I grow more, and it's my path for my passion. And while going through my own Akashic records and readings and learning more about my soul, my soul's mission. So this is what I'm here for. So there it is. This is what it's.
Thank you for sharing. And I want to
So,
commend you too for your bravery in all of this, because
mm-hmm.
say that you moderate 30 channels.
Yeah, it's almost 30. It's like I counted one day.
Insane, Viviane. That's insane.
Yeah.
Number one. A lot.
and I yeah, and I learned a little bit of StreamYard by hearing other mods or and hosts talking about it. So I knew a little bit about it by that, like watching. So anyway, all the skills. I'm learning more about Zoom. I have to like learn more about that. But I do offer private sessions via Zoom to anyone who would like to have private readings, for whether it's Akashic readings or animal readings. I am a Reiki master, and I've done combinations of that too. Somebody, if anybody's interested in a combination of that, we can arrange for that. And so yeah, it's been a wild experience, and I am a shy person. I never wanted my face on, and I don't like just looking at pictures of me. It took me forever to get on social media. I got into social media for a job that I got. One of the things that didn't work out. Later on, but it was in 2000, end of 2017 or mid 2017. I was hired to help a friend that was opening a business, and they decided I was going to be the social media person. And I'm thinking, yeah, right, And then I got into Instagram and Facebook and everything, and I learned on my pretty much on my own, and started doing this because of that. But I really didn't want to get on social media at all. I want to be private, and I'm like, oh, people are fake. It's a waste of time. That was the things I used to think about it. But now, like, I love being connected to people from other parts of the country and the world. I love learning about other cultures and learning languages and all that. So having this way of connecting is wonderful. So, but yeah, I do. Now my face is out there, my name's out there, so like whatever, like I'll just keep on going.
Yeah, and so that's what I was saying. You're so brave, and I wanted to commend you on that. You're
Thank you.
moderating 30 channels. You're shy.
Hmm.
You have expressed how you feel like you might be a little slower to get some messages.
Yeah.
You're fairly new at it, but that's not stopping you from getting
Hmm.
out there. In fact, when I asked, do you want to do this with me? You're immediately like, yeah, sure. Thanks. That'll be great. It wasn't like, I can't do it. It wasn't anything like that. It's not like you have to be pressured into your calling.
Yeah, but the first time that I did a live with Val from Dragonfly Crystals, I thought it was going to be just that day, and I was super nervous. At the end of it, I mean, I don't drink, but at the end of it, I had a shot of whiskey. I was so nervous, like, okay, it's over. Now I can relax and go to sleep. But I was like, I was freaking out. And I thought it was going to be their dad, but no, it turned out to be every week. And I'm like, oh my God, am I doing this? Is crazy.
So now it just
So,
never ends.
yeah, so it's crazy.
The
But
night.
it's an honor, I appreciate that you taking your time to do this with me, and it's an honor, and I admire you. I know how talented you are and how amazing you are. So it's an honor to be here. So thank you.
Thank you. I feel the same way about you. I just love you. I love your energy, and
Thank
I
you.
think it's an honor, especially since you're behind the scenes every show.
Mm-hmm.
Bring her on up. Let's see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I always like the behind the scenes because it gives a different perspective of everything. Like I used to think like one of the things I also I was always interested about is I forgot what it's called, but people that work like they do if it's whether it's movie sets or theater where they do it's not decorating, there's a name, they create the sets, they create the ambiance and the like I set design. I don't know. I'm not sure that's. I've been interested in that because I like the behind the scenes. Like it gives you a whole different learning experience. But
And you want it like that too, guys. She'll tell me, like, there was one show that my cat kept pushing the door open and it would squeak. And she's like, there was a squeak. And I was like, yeah. And then today I said, do I look orange? She said, no, but you definitely need more light. So I had to open some doors and turn
yeah,
up some lights. So she's setting the scene for you guys because I will just fly by the seat of my pants. And you
but
get what
this is
you don't.
good. I do like this. It's a good vibe because I do like the spontaneity, and I like I um, because if I yeah I can be picking on a lot of things, but if I will never be in front of a camera if I think about all the things. Just like
Everything.
or I'll be like use the filter that make me look like a cat, and I'll become it'll be like nobody will see my
We should
face.
do that for our animal show.
Oh, and we got some new people here. Hi, Carl. Hi, I know Seascape was here and she came back. And Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Miss Juliana. Carol Lamb. So nice to see you all. And I'm going to start checking some questions here because as I
I
was talking,
don't
I'll
know.
start some questions.
I feel
Hi,
like
Melissa and Andrew. Okay, I got
Stephanie said
one.
something.
Yeah, sorry, Stephanie. Hi, Chris
Oh,
Griswold. If I didn't say hi before. Carl has a lot of cats too, so I know of. And one thing that is so special about the animals, and that too, is like how a lot of times the we are attracted to, okay, this pet, this animal needs healing, is behaving a certain way or doing this, but they're doing this is because of what they're taking on from their parents and their environment, and and then we have, you're healing the animal, but you're healing um, the the family, the whole unit around them. So that's
mhm.
nice. So let's see.
So probably what's going to end up happening here, guys, as we do these readings, is that when you
Mm-hmm.
ask questions, we're going to be picking some stuff up from the animals, but we're also going to end up probably picking up some stuff from you guys because you have a life mission together. They were predestined to be your particular pet for you guys to serve together, to learn lessons together, to you probably absorb each other's energy. They probably reflect a lot of the same things that you've got going on. And yesterday was an interesting day for me because I ended up seeing 3 pets yesterday, and I don't see a lot of pets. For animal communication, I'm usually seeing people, and I ended up seeing a Dotson, and I saw a pit bull mix, and I saw a black
Mm-hmm.
lab, and so we were really pulling some things out and seeing what was going on between them and their owners. But we can start the first question whenever you are ready.
Okay, let me see. The first question is from Stephanie, and I'm so sorry, Stephanie, saying my cat passed away today. I'm so sorry, Stephanie. I know, we know it's so hard losing a pet. If possible, can you connect with her? Her name is Thais, I believe you pronounce that, or Thais. Thank you very much. So sorry.
There's definitely like this vibrating frequency happening. So she's not completely across that rainbow bridge yet, Stephanie. So, my suggestion, as soon as an animal passes or a pet or even a loved one passes, there's a 5 to 7 day period where they're crossing over that rainbow bridge. So, I always suggest lighting a white candle each day for that 5 to 7 day period. Spending a little bit of time talking to them or thinking about them, processing, grieving, and that really helps lighten their load as they go across that rainbow bridge. And right now, that high frequency I'm feeling, it's like thunder is she's moving across that space, moving into other realms and different frequencies. And of course, we're sorry to hear that that happened. So we're going to see what Viviane picks up. And
It's I love that you said that, because that's I never thought about that. This 7 days, that is very, and I think that is also be helpful for her, for her cat soul, but for her too, like that, the gesture, that it would be also releasing, helping her with her own, grief, and it would be that. And I felt like a pulling from my heart chakra right away, and then I saw a cat, like walking around, in the kitchen, on the kitchen floor, walking as if like, I'm here, I'm here, I'm around you, I'm here, mommy, kind of a. So when you say yes, she's there, she's uh perhaps a little confused, maybe like, I'm here, but I'm not. So that's kind of what I got. And I'm gonna see if there's any comments here from Stephanie.
also, Stephanie, you can let us know like how she passed or if you have any specific questions. She's doing fine across the veil, as she's moving towards that rainbow bridge, just to ease your mind about that. And like I said, you can light those candles each day and process with her a little bit as she goes.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny
Oh,
said,
okay. She used to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but she said was a heart attack. I'm so sorry.
beautiful, beautiful.
Don't know if maybe that's why I was feeling right away a pull in my heart, but okay, she was about 12. Mm, poor soul. And Stephanie, do you have other pets, or was she your only? Just thinking about, if there is another animal in the house, they may be a little confused too, as to what the um, Thais is not there. I'm not sure if she is. But sending love to you, Stephanie. Now, when I lost one of my cats, I would go to sleep and I could feel him jumping on the bed. I could feel the you know, the steps, and I could hear him purring next to my ear after he crossed over.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And okay, so let me just hide that. Oh, no pets currently. Okay, just check in case it other cats can be confused. When they're maybe looking for the other animal. All right, sending you love, Stephanie. Thank you so much for your question. And now I have a question from Carl. Can you connect me again to my cat Orange, if she's still alive, okay, and still near my place, and if I'm going to see her again? Thanks.
While you do that, I'm going to connect back in for 1 second with the last cat.
Mm-hmm.
because I'm getting this sense of fire that started in the kidneys and kind of moved up to the heart space. And
Mm-hmm.
when I get that sensation, the kidneys, that's our filter for our body. So there's definitely emotions processing and filtering through around all of this. But to keep the same thing, the grief, the heart heaviness, the heart attack, the fear, whatever was there from reoccurring in her next incarnation, I'm sensing that there's something there, some imprint there that could be removed. So I want to offer that healing to her if she'll accept that. So let me connect in with her while Viviane starts with Carl's cat, Orange. And what we're lifting from that, I'm not sure if this cat was ever a stray or if this is coming from one of her previous lives, but it seems like there's this imprint of being alone, like maybe the cat has experienced a lot of loss in the past of other animals she knew kind of going away. And sometimes we see little imprints like that just from litter mate type of ages where they're born with many, many siblings and then they slowly all kind of go their own way if she was kind of left behind or like I said, it could also be from a past life as well. So we're lifting an imprint around being alone, which kind of feels like a heart heaviness. And that way we'll bring healing to her and she can incarnate with that fresh start in the whole heart. And I see fiery dragons with her now. So she's
I remember reading for Orange before.
I feel like it has come up before.
I read from I connected with Orange before, and this time I feel like she's fine. I saw a cat walking, outside, and like a sidewalk, and then I saw her eating as somebody put down food for her, and I got the feeling that she's fine. But when I asked about seeing Carl again, I had the feeling that she does. It was like I don't want to go back in because she doesn't want to be an indoor cat. She does, she it's almost like she recognizes that Carl, took care of her, but she wants to be outside. So for her, like seeing him again means like, okay, he's gonna be taking me back in. And I love the healing that you offered to Thais. That was beautiful. Um, so I'm gonna see if Carl has anything here. I always look at the sidewalks near me. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong place. Yeah, I remember too that you had a cat that looked like her, and you picked her up. But you go ahead if you wanna connect, and I'll go on and see if I can get anything else from Orange too.
He has a backyard now.
Oh yeah, okay.
My instincts with this one, especially with what I could connect with, and then also the cards I drew, the
Mm-hmm.
jaguar and the eagle. Um, Orange is out there being free. This cat is like,
Mm-hmm. She's
I'm
happy.
yeah, I'm living the life. I'm free. I don't belong to anybody. Nobody belongs to me. I'm just having a great time here. And this is actually part of Orange's karmic path. When we look at Jaguar, this is
Yeah.
learning how to overcome fear. It's basically processing and filtering all of the stuff that we're meant to go through in this life. So I feel like this is just part of her karmic path, and she chose this, you know. So,
Yes.
but Viviane saw somebody feeding Orange, um, right? You said you saw somebody putting down some food, so I
Yes. So
that
she
Orange.
looked good. She looked good and happy, and I, yeah, had a sense that she's doing well. She's happy and happy being outside. Um, so and again, you may see her, but she's like, she may hesitate because she doesn't want you to take her inside because she wants to be outside. She's happy outside. She likes her freedom that way. And she can,
But I also get the sense, though, Carl, that she does think a lot of you. That she knows
Mm-hmm.
how much you love you. She feels connected with you. So, and she's well. The only thing that I think irritates her are the the fleas or the bugs. There's bugs out there that
Mm-hmm.
like irritate her a little bit, but it's cooling off now, so maybe that won't be as much of an issue.
Yeah, and Carl is in the Philippines, so I bet it gets like pretty, the hot and buggy there. So let's see if there's anything else from him. And I want to say hi to Penelope and hi Gina. Gina just came in too. Gina's another amazing moderator. Oh, Carl's saying the nerve, really? But she knows you're a good at it, and took care of her. But it was her time to. And I think she escaped, just like she ran away. She like, oh, it's my chance. When Carl was moving, okay, this is my chance. I'm free. I'm free. So okay, thank you, Carl. And let me just remove this comment here. And the next question is from Seascape. My dog Sydney, female rescue, died. Oh, I'm so sorry. 924. Okay, they spent with dementia. Blessed, she's free now. What was her soul connection to me? Her planned purpose? Any messages? What a sweetie. I'm sorry for your loss, Escape. Okay.
Well, I can tell you what I'm seeing between you and her, specifically with you, is that somehow something, I'm not right off the top connecting directly in with her and like the dementia or anything that she may have gone through, but right off the top, I am connecting with you and what you learned during your time with her. And I'm picking up that she taught you how to connect in with the earth, how to be an earth keeper, how to connect in with nature, with the feminine forces. It's almost like she taught you how to be one with someone outside of yourself. She taught you how to really be compassionate in more than just a empathetic way, more than just an, oh, I feel something for that person. It's about the connection. She taught you how to connect with souls that aren't human. She taught you how to connect with animals, with nature, with the earth. And she also brought a lot of truth and clarity to your life, teaching you how to not just cover things up or let them go by, that you were forced to face a lot of hard truths during your time with her that you couldn't just sweep under the rug. And this has become a gift of yours. So at this point, you have a strong gift of connections, of possibly mediumship and psychic abilities, whether you use them or not, because you have clear vision and clear knowing. And she helped open all of that up for you.
She's very sweet, and I think I got well, she said, "Love you, mommy," and I got this thing. It was like, well, we were like besties, like so close. And I think she said that she sleeps next to you. That she likes she likes to sleep next to you. There was something else too. I'm hearing I love my mommy. She was my bestie. She took such good care of me. And it's like she's saying besties forever. And she loved how sweet and tender you were to her. Grateful for everything you've done for her. She's showing me like a rose crystal, rose quartz crystal, a heart, given to you, offering as a gift to you. I heard I'll see you in my you see her in your dreams and look at the clouds.
And I'm glad that she's giving Viviane these messages, because when I connect in with her, and this is something I've noticed that animals do to me in general, when I do
Mm-hmm.
with animals, they just act like animals. Like she's showing me, this is my bowl, this is my
Ah.
water. Like she's showing me
Mm-hmm.
all of her special places. And that
Mm-hmm.
happens a lot when I connect in with animals. They're just excited to talk to someone who can see them, and they just
Mm-hmm.
show you everything about their life that they liked, their special.
Yeah, yeah. I love that she offered it. She's giving you the gift of this. Oh, hi, Paul. Paul just came in, Paul Free. And Nathan. I love that she's giving you this heart. Um, I didn't have that. That's the first time that this happened. Um, so that's really sweet and special. And then I heard we will meet again. Oh, you put a rose crystal near her bed while she was ill. Oh, that's sweet. Maybe that's why she was saying that. Okay, because yeah, she gave that. I have one, and not next to me, but I have a small uh, heart that is rose quartz crystal, and it's beautiful. So that's what she offered you. I hope that helped us escape. And I we see that. Oh, look at that, so adorable. Look at that picture, so cute. So yeah, but she's very grateful that you took such good care of her, and to say we'll meet again. Um,
They're letting us read her seascape.
yeah. Okay, let's see. Let me just remove this comment. And now we have a question from Carol Lamb. I love that picture too, the horse. Okay, my dog Henry has become aggressive with my other three dogs, and she wants to know why. Okay.
There might be some things on the surface, but I am immediately picking up some um, imprints, traumas, things like that that are below the surface. And even with that, I pulled the lower world card and the journey. So some part of this animal's karmic journey has been traumatic. I don't know if it's from this life or a past, but there's something definite in there. He needs a soul retrieval, essentially, is what's coming up around this. So I'm going to go in and see what part needs to be retrieved for the soul, and let you know what trauma I'm seeing with that. And we'll see what Viviane comes up with also as she connects in. What I'm removing right now are imprints of bullying and feeling hated and things like that. But I get the sense that this was not actually his life. I get the sense some of this could have been the past, and some of this I think is absorbed from you or other family members. So if anyone in the house had a past of feeling um, bullied or left out or actually like hurt by other people when they were smaller, like bigger people hurting someone who's a little bit smaller. So this whole bullying thing that's happening here, feeling unliked, I think that he's absorbed a lot of that. So that's what I'm removing from him right now. What'd you get, Viviane?
First, I'm still going to connect a little more, but I got the word hostility.
Yeah, something there
And
around.
then when you were saying that, it was from I think observing this behavior by humans, by he uh, it's just like you said. So, but let me check a little more with
And
him.
she said
Hi,
that
Debbie.
And she said, Carol said that she never went through anything, any bullying or anything like that. So now I'm going to check the home
Yeah,
itself and see like what's in the land.
yeah, okay.
Can you tell me anything, Carol, about like the lands that you live on, like how old it is when you purchased it or moved in? Do you know any history of the land? This particular dog of yours, Henry, he's very transmutive. He absorbs energy to transmute. We're just removing all of those um, contracts and imprints of being hated and frustrated and stuff like that. And we're replacing it with feelings of love and being loved. Mm. I feel good with this, as if that's a little bit more peaceful now. Like I said, I think some of this came from a past life, and some of it I feel like is absorbed either from long, long ago land stuff or just from energies that might be around this space. So even if it's not in your home, any energies that might be around this space, he's just a very transmutive type of dog. He absorbs a lot of energy. So we can
Mm-hmm.
help bring peace to him a little bit more by, I don't know, honestly, Viviane does animal Reiki. So animal Reiki might
Yes, that would
him.
be very proper. And actually, he said, after I got hostility, he said, I'm nervous and irritated. And when I asked what can be done, why you're irritated about the other dogs, it's just like, I just don't like their energy. But it was, um, and he said, I want peace and I want and quiet. And I said, okay, you're sending him, you're helping him with healing too, and he will feel better. And I see this comment, okay, that he had previous owners. So I guess um, it's probably trauma from hostility or whatever happened from other humans that were not other that were handling him. And um, it's like, and you you're doing a good job. You're obviously, you're not, abusive to him, and you're a good mom, but he's has this, I think is like energy, like he's a little bit angry in a way, but like because of those experiences, like he needs to just like needs to let that out, like needs to he's kind of doesn't know what to do with those feelings. So yeah, I want peace and quiet. That's what he said. I want peace and quiet.
Yeah, bringing peace there. She says, Carol says that she asked if the emotion code would help. And I definitely think that that could be something that could help clear him, hands on Reiki or emotion code or anything like that.
Yes, yeah,
A way to help release the emotions that because he doesn't know what to do with them. You know,
yes,
like Viviane says, he just feels like a frustration or an anger and just
yeah, yeah. And um, the beginning of the year, I helped a situation. There were cats. I helped them with Reiki, and there were a situation where a friend or her brother passed away, and she had to, so she took his two cats, and they were bonded, brothers. And then her cat, they were not getting along with her cat. And there was a situation, and that in the house she couldn't keep them together, and all that situation. So anyway, one of the cats was being hostile to the other cat, and I sent, I helped them with Reiki, and she noticed the behavior change, not only, yeah, towards the other cats, but also towards her. He warmed up to her, and um, noticed a good. It was very helpful to the cat. There was something else to that. I also used to help my own cats when they're nervous and excited. Is uh, the essences, the flower back flower essences that you put a couple drops in the water. I mean, I know he need more healing than that, but it was that can be helpful too when they are very okay. You're thinking that he was being possessive of you. I thought about that too in the beginning, um, but yeah,
it does show that way,
jealousy.
like visually. But I
Yeah.
sense that the new affirmation that he's got now that we did a little bit of healing work is I am love.
Mm-hmm.
And so when
Yes.
that wasn't there, he probably expressed this anger through being protective over whoever he felt loved with. And
Yeah.
that was probably you. So that was an expression, that possessiveness was an expression of this trauma that has been lifted. But I like that you suggested, was it lavender, the drops?
Oh no, no, lavender. Aaliyah wrote lavender. I believe lavender is maybe. Um, I know that cats don't like. Yeah, there. No lavender. No, it is called backflower remedies. Yeah. Thank you, Lindsay. Backflower remedies. There are formulas specific for people and specific for animals. And I'll say for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a veterinarian and all that, but it's a great holistic alternative, and you can use to you can um, put a couple drops on the water or the food, or just in their directly in their mouth, and it helps calm them down. It's good for vet visits and all that. So this may give them a little bit of relief. And thank you for your question. Um, I love that you asked about the land too. That you were picking up on that too, because that's something that I honestly don't always think about asking. So that was really. And one quick thing I want to mention too about being close to animals, that in a shelter environment too, because all my animals came from a shelter, and initially I always adopted older, senior animals, and then this is the first time that I have cats that I had from being a kitten, is that when you're in an environment like that, like it's best for the animal. It bothered me in shelter environments. Sometimes people will be like, "Oh, people, oh, they did this and this and this to this animal, blah blah." Blah. The animal doesn't want to hear that anymore. They want to have that behind because it's part of their healing. Is to like they need to release that, and they don't want to always be reminded of, oh, I wasn't this. I was locked up in this house, or they. So just for they hear us speaking and they want to release that. Um, so okay, we have another question here from Penelope. I hope that helped, Carol. Good luck with Henry. And this is from Carol. I have a 12 pound. Okay, I'm not seeing. She said okay, 7-year-old. Afraid of smoke. I'm assuming it's a dog, Penelope, that you're talking about. And if you could tell us his name, it would be helpful.
The first thing I'm picking up about this dog is that he is telepathic. So, one thing I want to mention is even going back to the last pet that we just read and the lands you were talking about, Viviane, and all that kind of stuff, is that
Mm-hmm.
animals, they a lot of the time don't operate with the same kind of awareness that we do. They operate a lot with base emotions, instincts, things like that. So they're operating on pure vibes essentially most of the time. So when we're reading them, it's a lot about the emotion that they absorb, land vibrations, those negative ions, those lower vibes. Not lower as in bad, but lower as in more primitive and primal, uh, pack related, and things like that. So when we're looking at stuff like this, we're looking at the lands, the energies, the emotions, what's going on in that. And as soon as it's done, most of the time they're done with it too, just like Viviane said, because they're very in the present moment, unless there's old trauma stuck in there, which we've been helping lift. With Miss Penelope's pup, I'm sensing something like a telepathic, empathic, see beyond the veil kind of thing. So this is a completely different thing that I'm sensing on this end, and Viviane could be picking up something different on a different end. But like I'm seeing that your dog can see beyond the veil, can see spirits, and something about smoke reminds your dog of like portals or seeing things that don't make sense in this 3D realm. And so when he sees smoke, it's almost like he has to stop and decide if this is safe or unsafe, or if something's going to pop out, or if he's going to have to defend you against some spirit. Uh, I don't know. I don't get the sense that he's a huge barker, but he probably sees a lot going on around your house or your apartment building. There's probably a lot of spirits around there that he sees. And this is just one of those things that makes him feel like there's something going on, like there's portals there. Just reminds him of what those portals look like. Are you picking up anything, Viviane?
When I connected to Teddy, I saw the crown chakra lit up, and
Mhm.
that was and then as um, he could see like little beings, let's say little fairies, little beings like around him, like and uh,
Yeah.
so, but yeah, definitely that crown chakra. Let me see.
And that's interesting because I'm pretty sure that Miss Penelope can communicate with little fairy beings,
Oh,
given
okay.
the chance. So that makes sense that we have a psychic pet as well. That you guys were made for each other. His name is Teddy. He's a golden doodle, she says.
Yeah, I was just trying to tell him that he doesn't need to be scared of the smoke, and that his mom is worried about him being scared of smoke, and I'm just trying to tell him that.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see.
So she's going to get them all fixed up. And while she does that, I'm going to go around your home and make sure you don't have any portals open. So we're going to close that.
Mm-hmm.
First off, we're going to do that. This is interesting to me. I've never seen this before. So we have, as people, we have these lineages and these bloodlines where we're like, oh, my grandmother was a seer, or my great grandmother was a witch, or my great great grandmother was a shaman, whatever word we use for that. My grandfather was a healer. So, Teddy, I was seeing this mark in the lineage. It appears that somewhere along the lineage, he had a great, great grandmother of some sort who was like a shaman, like a dog shaman. So I've never seen anything like that before, but somewhere in the lineage, I guess dogs have healer abilities as well. That only makes sense, right? So some of them are seers, just like humans can be seers. So Teddy comes from a lineage of seers or healers, and he has the gift. I did close one portal at the front door outside, not inside the home, just outside. And I'm seeing that gift beyond the retriever side.
Okay, and I was just that was very interesting. I never heard of that. So we see, we learned. We do this, we learn so much. And he I told him that now that he no now your mom knows that you see uh, portals and beings, and she understands now why you reacted the way you did. Every time you see smoke. And we have a couple more questions. Are you okay with?
Yeah, I could go
Because
for more.
yeah, because I'm good too. And yeah, that was a fun reading for sure. A shaman dog. That is so cool. Okay, so let me hide that. And now I have a question from Debbie. Cat Mew. This is cute. Stress from other hurricane caused a UTI. Oh, she's on which no meds. Okay. Oh no, poor thing. Okay. Okay.
So as Viviane connects in with Mew, I'm picking up that a lot of what's happening with Mew is reflective of what you are supposed to be doing right now. So whatever is happening with Mew inside of Mew's thoughts or emotions, this is happening within your karmic journey because you are supposed to be picking up your tools and doing healing work with Mew. I'm seeing that doing healing work with Mew and all of the stuff going on with you is opening you up to a bigger purpose in which you actually begin to work with healing the earth and the elements. So you have somewhere in your light codes the ability to affect weather. So you're supposed to be putting out that energy for calm and for healing and for peace within these storms, within the communities, within healing within the earth itself, doing sending like peace vibrations into the earth so that she can start to heal a little bit from all of these things. And you just have tools that help you do that. I'm I even pulled the staff card and the rattle card, and these are both power tools. The rattle is the tool that draws up energy, that heightens energy, that brings things up into our awareness. And the staff is your power. So you have the ability to calm these storms, to send healing light, to send healing to the earth itself. And this is helping you on your journey, bring that into your awareness and work with that a little bit more. What'd you pick up, Viviane?
Um, I the cat when you approached me like he was like more like a little bit uncertain, a little bit nervous and scared, but it did approach me to speak to me, and then he kept telling me, "Oh, I'm stressed. I'm stressed." And then um, I asked, "Do you have a message for your mom?" And then he said, "Yes, she can help." And then I heard she can help others. Um, and there was one more thing. Yes, she can help others. And then as after he said, after you said, "Oh, okay, she can help others," I saw him looking more relaxed and then rolling, like rolling on the ground and then stretching. So it looked much better than the first cat. The first initial part of the vision that was just this really stressed, nervous-looking cat. So yeah, this is what I picked up, and but he's not eating and drinking, just
Yeah, I want to help with that a little bit if we can. And
hmm
those 3 cards just flung themselves out at me. So this is sky, this is earth, and then beauty. So that just reconfirms what you can do in the healing realms of nature and the earth and weather. So I thought that was interesting. They just flung themselves out at my feet. So we're going to be connecting in now to see what you can do to help Mew a little bit more. I'm going to send a little bit of healing light as well to Mew, coating that stomach, helping the kidneys. And I'm seeing more dragon energy. I feel like a lot of the animals today, once they get their healing lights, they have this big dragon energy that breathes out of them, a lot of fire.
I'm asking Mew to drink, to go back to drinking and eating too.
I've got some animal medicine coming in for an animal, interestingly.
Mm-hmm.
So we have um I'm going to see if I have it in this book, but we have different animal medicines that come in to give us strength and healing and things like that. I've never had an animal medicine come in for another animal, but today, just now, as we were both sending healing at the same time and talking to Mew at the same time, I saw a panda bear come forward. And I thought that was very interesting because the panda essentially is the animal spirit that brings us wisdom about a higher perspective, viewing the world differently, meditation. Um, he's the one who brings us medicine on peace when we're in the middle of a lot of chaos and struggle and balancing different work projects. Uh, Kuan Yin is also an archetype that comes forward with panda medicine. So that
Mhm.
gratefulness, graciousness, love, energy, that empathy. And panda also helps open up our intuitive voice. So there's a lot with panda that's coming through for Mew right now, and Mew is open to receiving that. He's got to make a choice, all or nothing, and that's what panda's helping him make, that all in. I'm in this to win this kind of decision.
I asked him to please start eating and drinking again, and that his mom, Mew's mom knows uh, that she's supposed to help others, and then they can be a team, and so but he to work in and help her as a part of a team. He needs to eat and drink. So okay, so we have one last question here. I'm sorry, it's past a few minutes here. It's from Patsy. Let's see. Is Mick, my dog, still okay to go on long walks with me, 10 miles? Sometimes he has a limp, not necessarily right after the walks. Okay, also, why is he itching so much? Okay, and I hope Patsy is here. Okay, Mick. Okay.
I'm getting this sense that either him or you, we are stepping into a new phase of life, where there might be some internal changes happening. How old is Mick? Because it seems like somebody's kind of transitioning into a different phase with different kinds of energy levels and things like that. So I feel like he's very adventurous. I get that sense. I don't know if you picked that up, Viviane. I was sensing like a lot of adventure with him. Although 10 miles, if he's starting to get into this next phase, that might be a lot for him to do all the time. But he's not going to tell me he doesn't want to do that because he likes that
Mm-hmm.
adventure. He likes to be with you and to protect you and stay with you. And I keep picking up that it's not that he has some big trauma or anything around the itching or these other things, that he has some sort of skin allergy or internal allergy, might even be a food allergy, that he may not have had in the past. But with these changes in his cycle, it's starting to irritate him a little bit. So the air, bugs, pollen, whatever it is, and then certain wheats that might be in his food could be irritating his skin.
I'm not seeing a reply from Patsy. I was drawn to his knee,
Mhm.
uh, and one of the back. Let's see, from behind would be his left knee.
Maybe where he's limping from.
I heard the word arthritis. Maybe it's the beginning of arthritis that he's experiencing, and I'm not getting a reply. I should have asked if she was here first. Um,
You might watch it on replay.
yeah, and let's see. Yeah, I saw like the back, the left knee. I see like a like a red light on it, like pulsing, and then that was brought my attention to it.
Well, we can send some light to that knee, help
Mm-hmm.
hold that space up a little bit and make him feel a little bit more comfortable. But as we face into next stages of life, we might have to adjust a little bit as far as length of walks go and pain management, making sure we're getting the proper joint and bone health. We might have to change a little bit of diet, make sure that we're eating healthy things that really resonate with his changing body.
Mm-hmm. I got that he may not be overweight, but he's like needs may not be like heavy, but it will be helpful also to lose a couple pounds, lose a little bit uh, because of the knee. And for the uh, itchiness, it could be a little bit. I got to the skin. Uh, could be a little bit dry, irritated. And allergens from the environment. Um,
Anytime I connect in about a message from mix specifically, though, I keep hearing, let's go on an adventure. Like, he just loves to get out and do these things. So it might be a little bit of an adjustment.
yeah, I didn't get a sense. Okay, I'm tired or like I don't want to do this. I didn't get that at all. So, but it should be, I wish we knew the age why he's eating so much. And she did say that it's not necessarily after the walks that he's limping. So yeah, I didn't get anything else other than he's happy and content. I because I asked if he had a message he wanted to say anything. So um, other that he I would have pick up on any other health issues. Um, so yeah, this was the last question, and I don't have. Yeah, hopefully we will have. Hopefully Patsy will see that, hear that
For
message.
letting us read that, Patsy. Thanks so much for joining us, Viviane.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone that stopped by.
You have an amazing gift. I'm so glad we could bring you from the backstage to the forefront,
Thank you.
showcase that for everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
you have such a passion for pets and how much you love them. And it's great to see you connecting so deeply with
Mm-hmm.
everybody else. So I'm super excited we could do this today. Thank you so much.
Thank
Love your
you.
face. Thank you, everyone else. If you want to book with Viviane for your pet or for Reiki or for an Akashic reading, her YouTube is at Viviane Heller. She's got it posted right under her name on the YouTube feed. You
Mm-hmm.
can email her,
Yeah.
right? Can email you.
Yeah, and the email is my initial is vheller555@gmail.com. And it is on my channel too if you need the email. So the channel is at Viviane Heller and the email is vheller 555@gmail.com. So yeah, thank you so much again, and this was great. Thank
Great.
you, everyone.
Love you guys. Thanks so
Okay,
much for
bye. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.